Hello everyone, I received an email from a viewer with a very thoughtful question, so here's what they asked. How to practice manifestation when we don't want anything? It is known that practice makes perfect, but what if we don't want anything but want to practice magic? What can we manifest? Should it be something small, or maybe something not physical like guidance and such? And when you know you don't need to repeat a ritual, do you feel it or you have an actual time limit? I would love to put actual rituals besides the lesser banishing ritual on my practice, but I find that I don't really want anything most of the time. Can it be half-want, like something that it will be nice to have, but meh, if I don't get it? Okay, so let's dive into these questions. And let's discuss first about practicing when you don't have a specific desire. First of all, let me just say that not wanting anything isn't a bad thing. In fact, I think it's a sign of contentment, and I think that's a really beautiful place to be, right? But I think that magic isn't about manifesting only material things. It can be about sharpening your skills, learning how to use your inner power, learning different things. For example, in my case, this year, I think that most of my visualizations, spells that I did, or meditations, have been focused on myself, specifically to support and accelerate my ability to quickly learn actual skills that were required for my job. So I did, for example, meditations on the Magician card because it's the card of focus and concentration, and on the High Priestess card because is the card of memory. And I wanted these two attributes to help me learn a lot faster what I needed to learn for my job. So when you don't want anything specific, you can focus on gaining, for example, clarity. You can ask for insight or guidance on your path. You can try to manifest, for example, inner traits like confidence, creativity in a certain domain. Or maybe you want to manifest, experiences. Maybe you want to make friends, right? Or to go certain places. But you don't necessarily need to, do magic or to do your practice for a material reason. Now let's look at the next question. Can it be something small? Okay, absolutely. I mean, when I started my journey, for example, and when I wanted to demonstrate for myself that this thing is not just some mere fantasy, I tried to manifest 3 crystals in a row. I think I shared already this story with you. Then later on, I tried to manifest pen that had the color turquoise. Then I wanted to manifest a pen that was gold with a bow, and I actually received that pen. So it doesn't have to be something huge or large. No, you can just do magical experiments on a day-to-day basis, and their role will be to just bring you confidence in your practice. Let's talk about half-wants. Yes, again, if you don't desire a thing that much, I think that basically magic works with energy, and even a mild desire can spark a result. So you can use it as a chance to play with magic. For example, in my case, half-wants are manifesting a parking spot or things like that, or to manifest a compliment today, or another half-want, so to speak, desire. I wanted to manifest years ago all the coins I did not receive any number of coins, but I actually received an old coin from my mother-in-law, for example. So of course, you can play with this. Let's jump into the next question. When to stop repeating a ritual? Generally, I do not perform any ritual visualization just once. I do it till my desire reaches the subconscious mind. Now, how do you know? That's the question. How do you know if that desire reaches the subconscious mind is the question. And I will take as an example a thing that I did a while ago when I tried to deal with some noisy neighbors, right? So I wanted those noisy neighbors out of the building from where I lived. So I did a certain ritual for a while. And how do you know when to stop? Well, the subconscious sends you messages in the following manner. It communicates with you through dreams. If you dream about the subject of your desire, you actually hit the spot. It reached your subconscious mind. And let me give you an example. Let's say that you start to dream that you are doing the ritual, or you dream that you are getting in a fight with your neighbors, or you dream that you yourself moved out of the house, things like that. So you will not dream exactly about the outcome of your desire. You will dream about the subject of your desire. I hope that makes sense. So when you start to dream about it, it's your decision, basically, if you want to stop doing the ritual or not. But just so you know, it reached the subconscious level. Messages from the subconscious mind don't stop only to dreams. If you pay close attention, you'll observe that strange coincidences start to happen in the material plane. Let's say that you did a ritual for 7 days, or 5 days, let's say, and in the weekend you go grocery shopping, and while you are picking up some potatoes, in front of you sits a person with a t-shirt with a message saying, move it or lose it. This is a thing which happened to me, for example. So, or for example, you are waiting in traffic and you see on a billboard messages like, tired of your neighbors, or you are walking down the street and hear a conversation between two people who are gossiping about their neighbor who is moving out. So when you see this happening again, this is your clue that the subconscious got the message. And these things are real. However, if you pay close attention and if you keep very detailed records of what you did in terms of rituals, meditations, and the such, you'll observe that these things play subtly in these ways in the material plane. It will look very natural in the material plane. You just got to pay attention, because it doesn't happen with a bang. And because it doesn't happen with a bang, people will ignore this. So when I start, for example, to see these coincidences, I know that the subconscious mind now is busy doing the work, and I can just leave the thing be. There is no need anymore to do the ritual because my desire will come. However, it also depends, okay? When I was looking for a change in terms of gaining a really good job, I did certain rituals till the day I got my positive answer. So I think it's up to you, but usually that's how I do it. Let's see the next question. I would love to put actual rituals besides the lesser banishing of the pentagram on my practice, but I find that I don't really want anything most of the time. I mean, I totally understand. If you don't want anything, I think there's no need to push yourself beyond that unless you feel the need to. For me, I mean, I've always been curious and eager to explore what's out there in terms of spiritual practices and see what I can actually learn to do as a human being. So my journey always from day one has been about experimentation. I wanted to experiment and to discover, okay, what is possible for me as a human being here on this planet. So I don't know. I mean, you have to decide for yourself. I cannot put something here in this video and say do this ritual and do that ritual. But like I said, for me, I always was on the path of experimentation to see what these people are talking about. I mean, I started with the Golden Dawn system, right? And I took from that system what resonated with me, and they have some really good rituals, and the system is a powerful system. However, I did not resonate fully with it, and I dropped it at some point. Then, for example, I transitioned to Hermeticism, particularly to the teachings of Franz Bardon, which became the foundation of my practice and actually remains central in my practice to this day, because his teachings are universal and his exercises for improving psychic abilities and things like that are super good. I also, for example, explored witchcraft and tried a few things from there. Out of curiosity, I also looked into how people from India, China, and other parts of the world develop their psychic abilities. I also looked into the left-hand path to understand their approach to psychic development. So, and for example, what I was surprised at previous job, I actually had a couple who were on this path. And when I asked them about their methods, I was surprised to learn that some groups actually incorporate Franz Bardon's teachings along with elements of Egyptian magic and chakra balancing. So probably it depends on the group, I'm guessing, but definitely you can look into Franz Bardon material, right? So anyway, there are a lot of traditions out there that you can explore. Right now, for example, I found CIA documents super interesting, the declassified materials on psychic phenomena. I found those super interesting to explore. So, I mean, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of things that you can read about and then to decide for yourself what you want to implement as a practice or what you want to not enter to. So yeah, I mean, my advice for this specific question is if you don't want, I don't know, anything material, maybe try to explore different traditions, practice different things and see what works for you. Anyway, I hope that I was able to answer most of your questions. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.